Hello.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all ready for this? Was the question that we asked ourselves, I think, from the first time we ever did this show, and we're still asking if anyone's ready, because I don't think they are.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
I used to be well up for jelly. Jelly was a younger me thing. It was when I was a child at school.
We are still talking about Beyonce's ass, right? Like in the song. Does she ass?
I don't think Beyonce's ass was on the menu at primary school. Unless I really missed.
Welcome back
what was happening.
to Down with Boring.
Hello.
To
Welcome.
clarify, I was merely referencing a lyric she herself said. I was not delving into whether your primary school
was
served human
asses as desserts. I don't know, some of the food. Hey! It was a bit shit.
Great
to be back.
Yes,
we're back in person.
Jamie's not in Austria anymore.
I'm not in Austria anymore.
Both of Jamie's arms work.
They do.
It's
relatively.
the hottest day of the year so far, and he's wearing a turtleneck.
I'm sweating. But you know, I'm sweating because I'm so eager to have such a great show together. We're going to be joined later by Dan from the Wombats. We're going to head down to the O2 Arena. We're going to pop in.
We're going to hassle.
We're going to wrangle our way backstage.
We're going to bamboozle.
Yeah.
We're going to end up behind the scenes.
We are. That's unfortunately where we are. The level we're at now is that we can basically trespass at the O2 Arena.
We say, don't you recognise us? We're out on deck.
Yes, and then we have to do the long talk. I have to do the tweets of the week thing.
Yeah.
It's really long, but we'll be there for that. So it's how are we doing, Jake? How are we?
Yeah.
You're looking very relaxed.
How are you?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm still coming to terms with, being back here. Back about. I'm not eating schnitzel anymore. That's bizarre. My body is a shell of its former self, but it was already on the way out.
I was going to say its former self wasn't that great.
Former self was awful too. But
we have one letter in the mailbag this week.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
This is an interesting one. This is from Jason.
Yeah.
From Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
And he said, "Hi guys, what was your favourite thing about Austria, Jamie?"
I thought he said, "Hey guys."
Yeah,
hey guys, Jamie.
I was ready for a question, but no.
Favorite thing about Austria? Very, very nice scenery. The mountains were quite stunning.
Your favourite thing about Austria was a screensaver.
Yes, I stared at a screensaver the whole time. No, it was good. It was a good time. There were people out there. There were people out there. That's true. I actually really enjoy Austria. So in Austria, schnapps is obviously a big deal.
Yeah.
And
where
so
you put the cards down, and if you get two of the same.
Yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
And the other thing.
Uh-huh.
They were quite nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that. The people were very nice. I don't know. If I've got to pick one...
It's everything.
It's everything, as Trudy Styler once said about living in Italy. It's everything.
Nice reference there for the heads.
For the heads. Yeah, no. All good stuff in Austria. The travel was long. You have to... It's like... I technically flew in and out of Munich.
What do you mean technically?
I mean, I did.
Yeah. What's the technicality?
It's a technical thing, isn't it? That's the... Like... I technically was there. That was the technical element. The more emotional element
practically
was I was roaming around Austria, having a nice time.
So you crossed state lines from the plane to the place you're staying?
I guess I did, yeah. There were some awkward moments. I also had a really nice chicken kebab wrap whilst out there. So I want to shout out the Bruck und Stadel kitchen who served that. It was really nice. It's really quite good.
Well, I'm sure they'll be listening.
Shout out, guys. Dankeschön.
What's that?
That's a band or something. Not sure.
Great.
Yeah, welcome back. One thing we do want to flag, of course, is we've got some Dorks Night Out shows coming up. We're teaming up with The Great Escape. 2 nights at the legendary 100 Club.
Wow.
Our first show, we've got on the 21st of April, Opus Kink, Malady, and L'Objectif.
Malady.
that's 21st of April. Get down for that one. And on the 28th, week after, we've got Penis. Watch it. Molly Payton and Sad Boys Club.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going to those.
Great. Well, anyway, we'll see you there for the special shows coming out afterwards.
What day of the week's that?
They are both Thursday nights.
Thursday's the new Friday.
Exactly. Come along.
Don't know where they put Friday. I think at the beginning again.
Oh, did they move it back?
I think so.
They were like, Friday, we've had enough of you. We're going to move it to another date. So, yeah,
Pretty
come
much.
along to it. It'll be good fun.
It will be there.
Do great stuff.
You know who might be there?
Who?
Maggie Rogers. Because she has announced that she continues to live.
I'm going to put a high doubt to Maggie Rogers turning up. No
Right.
offense to Opus King, Malady, and Lobjective.
But she's back.
But she is back.
So why would she not want to go down to the legendary 100 Club?
We'll ask her. Maggie Rogers is back, of course. Brand new album. Hotly anticipated second album coming soon. It's called Surrender. Looking forward to it. Obviously, Maggie, long-time dog favourite.
Like the Elvis song.
I don't know if it's been influenced. Surrender, Las Vegas. That's the one, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah, I thought so. Been a lot of anticipation for this one, and it's going to be great. It's coming out in July. Jake, how do you feel about that? July 29th. Gives you plenty of time.
Yeah, what's it now? That's a pretty decent lead up, I'd say.
Is that that's okay?
I'll allow it. I would have said realistically, if you're announcing now, the best time to release would probably be the beginning of July.
Right.
Because the thing is, I think, you're putting out the singles, right? There's nothing worse than when you get an album and you're like, I've already heard half of this in singles. So how do you maintain the momentum if you've got that long to lead in?
I guess people are just excited that Maggie's back. Their first album was, amazing. Big 5 stars over here on the cover, of course, as well. And she's also doing like Latitude this year, I see. Excited to see what she does. I think she's like a really, really special talent. And I think she's only getting better. She put out like some like demos and like B-sides, like maybe like start of last year. And there was loads of songs on there that sounded like better than most people put out ever. So this is going to be great. And she's done it with
I did a really big yawn, but it wasn't because I was bored of you. I'm just quite sleepy.
Well, don't you worry.
Don't you worry, child.
Evan's got a plan for you. Also got a brand new song to obviously mark it all, because that's what you want. It's called That's Where I Am. It's bloody brilliant.
Here it is.
So let's have a listen.
It all works out in the end. Wherever you go, that's where I am. Leaving boulders turning to sand. Wherever you go, that's where I am. That's where I am. That's where I am.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. It's just great that you're back. That's what I've got to say to you.
As
actually.
Rod Stewart once said.
Yes, Rod, who he's still somewhere roaming down the mall.
Yeah.
Giving it that. If you haven't
man.
seen that video, don't look at Rod Stewart's last single video.
No, it's very, very
Alarming, really. Why is he doing
Doesn't
that?
He call himself. He says he's like a good old country boy. At one
He's
point.
not a good old country
No,
boy.
he's
Isn't
not.
he? He's been living in Glasgow for a lot of years and then lived in London. Is he a country boy?
What do you think he looks like naked? Can't really picture it. I imagine sort of like a plucked chicken.
like a Ray-Ban phone case.
Oh yeah.
That.
Well, that's sort of tan brown.
Yeah,
like,
tan brown, and there's like a button.
Almost.
There's
like-
a button.
There's a button.
There's a button to it. You go, and
Yeah.
there's something inside it.
But we don't know what.
We
No
don't
one
know
knows
what.
what.
Anyways,
Only, only the women who share his bed know what.
to go back, I'll try to cross over. I couldn't really say it without making it sound like something that it shouldn't. Good to have Maggie Rogers back though.
Yes.
Yes, really, really
Nothing
great.
to do with
Nothing to do with Rod Stewart. Miles better than Rod Stewart. Looking forward to what comes next. Got some more music news for you, Jake.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about the Grammys?
Yeah.
There it is.
Fine.
They were doing all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Too
all right.
many of them.
Too many Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
If
a
you
long
can't
old
televise them
ceremony.
all, get rid of some.
Yeah, because that's always they do that long opening ceremony thing. Have you seen that where they they just basically whack through about 80 awards and they stand there and they're like, oh, this person isn't here. Anyway, next one.
They don't even give a shit.
I don't care anymore.
Best classical tuba remix.
That's good though.
DJ Casper won that. I think.
Did he? Did he actually?
Yeah.
The Grammys happened, of course. Last time since our last interview. Our last
You know why they're called Grammys?
Why?
They're named after Golden Grahams. But the American who hosted the first time didn't know how to say Grahams. So they said Grammys. That's why it's shaped like it is, because it's like a bowl that you fill with
Right. I thought it was after the HMV dog. What came first, the HMV dog or the Grammy? That's the...
who knows?
I actually don't know. There was loads of big winners, though. Olivia Rodrigo, Scooped a shitload. Did very well. Won a load of them. And
they get
probably
that
was
picture of
expected.
them not being able to hold all their Grammys.
Yeah, you would have thought that there would be some more practical element of way to hold a Grammy at this point. Is there a bag?
Yeah.
Is there a table? Like, have you ever been to, obviously when you go to like I don't know, it's an Indian or a Thai restaurant where they sometimes will bring the food out on like a cart.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Also
Whack them on there.
It's
Let
be really embarrassing
rattle
if
down the
you
red
bring
carpet.
a cart or a bag.
Oh,
and
and
then
you don't win anything. Yeah, that's true. Unless it's
folding
like
the bag back up, put it in your pocket.
you see like kind of like what a lot of kind of like older people have, those kind of like shopping
checkered
bags.
ones, the
Yeah.
checkered bags,
If you bring that could work quite well, I suppose.
Chuck them in.
Chuck them in. Fuck it. Whack them in there. Olivia Rodrigo won. Silk Sonic won a bunch.
They did.
Good on them.
Yeah, why
Good
not? Eh?
Add it to the pile. Foo Fighters won a bunch. That's great. Well, I guess well done to everyone.
Well done.
Like it was a big night.
It's the taking part that counts.
Our invite to the Grammys, I think, got lost in the post.
No, I went.
Oh,
I just took someone else. Said they were you.
how was it?
It was all right. Would have been better if you were there.
Was the oh, thank you. No one got slapped on stage at this
Not that
award
I'm
show.
aware of. I actually took Rod Stewart along with me, and he was getting pretty antsy. But
What, to attack
I
someone?
just unbuttoned him, and he deflated.
Just out there.
Lizzo's back as well.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Speaking of,
Did you know that?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, Lizzo was back.
Oh, she's back.
She's back.
That's what you want.
She's back. Lizzo.
Brand new song.
She's here.
I hate this so much. Back with brand new. You could say it's about damn time. Ah, it's the song. It's called About Damn Time. Yeah. Following on, I felt like Lizzo just like became a global superstar like very, very quickly out of nowhere, and I was a bit like she's great, but she's been around for like a few years. She'd be doing.
I think there'd be a lot of people that would assume the last album was a debut.
Yes, I think so as well. And now
She's blaming on the juice, eh?
yeah, it ain't my fault. No, I'm not going to do it.
No.
But yeah, no, it's nice to see she goes and coming back with another big disco pop banger. It sounds like Random Access Memories, like Daft Punk. I'm getting a bit of that sort of vibe, a bit of disco.
You know they broke up.
Sure, what?
They broke up.
What do you mean?
Daft Punk.
They what?
They broke up.
As in their parts
Yeah.
because they're robots,
Yeah.
or like they physically aren't together anymore?
Both.
Shit.
Technically, they're not together anymore.
They aren't.
Here's About Damn Time.
By Lizzo, yeah.
Right now. Oh, I've been so down and under pressure. I'm way too fine to be this stressed, yeah. Oh, I'm not the girl I was or used to be. Bitch, I might be ill. Turn up the music, turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright, okay, alright.
Big song. Huge vibe. Looking forward to, I guess, everything that's going to come next from Lizzo. It's
All
nice to
the
see
good
that she's
stuff.
just like maintaining this like confident streak of just like out and out big songs ready for summer, Jake.
Oh, me too.
Which you clearly are as I look at you.
It's a hot girl summer,
It always is.
and I'm pretty spicy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Talking about spicy, how about the Spicesons? Or by the Spicesons, I mean the Simpsons. You a fan of the Simpsons, Jake?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Well,
I do feel like they could do with having a global superstar in the sort of 20-year-old age bracket, being
being there, I guess.
being there, animated in
Well, following on from
from that.
everyone who's been not to that. Billie Eilish is going to be in The Simpsons. This is news. Going to be in The Simpsons, though, in an upcoming short that's on Disney Plus. So not an actual episode.
Why? The amount of people they've had in episodes
say.
too. You'd think they'd just whack them in an episode.
It's going to be called When Billy Met Lisa. I presume Lisa Simpson. Not, like Lisa Kudrow.
That's the only Lisa I could think of as well.
Yeah. What other Lisas are there?
Lisa Minnelli. The Mona Lisa.
Of course. Oh, yeah. The OG.
Lisa Simpson.
Lisa Simpson. Yeah, it's going to be a short that's out on Disney Plus. Again, why not put her in an episode?
Yeah,
I don't know.
sounds shit.
It's going to feature Billy and Phineas is going to be there as well.
Great, I'm sure.
Of course.
That's what everyone was waiting for. Was Phineas.
Good old Phineas. The synopsis reads: in When Billy Met Lisa, Lisa Simpson is discovered by chart-topping artists Billie Eilish and Phineas. I mean, it's Billie Eilish. Yeah. While searching for a quiet place to practice her saxophone, Billy invites Lisa to her studio for a special jam session.
Like Billy wouldn't do that. I feel like that's more a 100 Gex thing.
What, the inviting?
Like she'd get sax on the
right. Maybe she. Yeah, that's true. But maybe she just wants some new hooks after the album went really well.
Is she going to pay union rates?
I have not seen.
Child labour.
I'm trying to look into it.
Sounds like child labour.
Yeah, I don't know the exact arrangement that's happening there, but yeah, it's going to be like a little short for you. So Billie Eilish not content with just being obviously global superstar, headlining Glastonbury this year, doing loads of big shows, just being great. Yeah, now on The Simpsons taking over. Is there another TV show that you would like to see Billie Eilish on, Jake? Off the top of your head.
News at 10.
MasterChef for me.
Oh, okay.
I would quite like to see Greg Wallace have a conversation.
In judge, contestant, or Greg Wallace role.
I think contestant.
Okay.
I would like to see just his reaction to Billie Eilish.
Yeah, it'd be the same as his reaction to everything.
Oh, good food, that. That's not big. That's my Greg
not
Wallace
very
impression.
good.
Oh,
You know what is good?
What?
After this song, we're going to be at the O2.
We're going to go to the O2, are we?
Easiest commute of all time.
We're going to head over to the O2. We better put on a long song then.
Yes.
Actually, no. Well, we could get there quickly, can't we?
We get there in about the length of time it would take to play Bad Guy by Billie
Eilish. Yes. And then after that, we'll be at the O2 with Dan from the Wombats. So, see you there. This is Bad Guy.
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Hello. We're back. We are here now at the O2 Arena, Jake. This hallowed hall, home to such events as Nitro Circus, Dancing on Ice, and now
Ministry of Sound 20 years old. No, we're here with Dan of the Wombats ahead of their O2 headline show. How are you feeling?
The adrenaline started flowing.
Is it this weird empty room we're in, covered in carpet tiles?
It's seeing you guys actually that really made the adrenaline start to flow.
First fans of the day have turned up.
Actually just saw some people outside who've come down from Scotland, and I was on the phone and they just started shouting and talking to me, and anyway, no, it's amazing. It's like a proper kind of a surreal day, really, to be honest, because the last time I was here I saw Neil Young and Crazy Horse, and
so
I was
just
sat
a small
there,
follow-up, just
sitting there with my dad, I remember, and it was like, this is about 6 years ago maybe, and I said, oh, maybe one day. He was like, yeah, well, you'll be doing this one day. And then to actually be
playing
here
with Neil Young, or
that would be
Crazy Horse isn't looking good. You can step in.
Yeah, I reckon I could get most of those songs nailed.
Easy.
Yeah. But it's just mad. Like, last night we played in Leeds at the arena, and whenever you're in like a big kind of, iconic place that everyone knows about, you end up harking back to when you started. And we were like, wow, do you remember the first time we played in Leeds? It was literally like Murph's mum and dad, a couple of other people, and the support band, and now here we are. Like, you can't help but kind of feel a little bit like, how did this happen?
Yeah. Do you? I guess this is something obviously with all the hits tour, of course, and everything going like that. I guess do you look back a lot, or is it something you like try not to do? Like, but are you? Does it happen quite naturally? You end up looking back and be like, remember this. Look at us where we are now. This is quite ridiculous.
A little bit. I mean, in general, we don't, but like there are just those moments, as I say, that kind of a memory will pop into your head, and obviously we've all been through it together, so we will reminisce about something, and then everyone throws in there and memories, and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. And so it is really nice sometimes to just laugh about those things that that no one else would know what you're on about. And obviously loads of in jokes and like random little moments, and but yeah, it's pretty special. Like all our family are coming down today, even though we're playing Liverpool next week, so they'll all be there for that. They were like, no, we've seen you in Liverpool a few times. Like, this is the arena. This is it. Yeah, and it's mad because even though you might play to more people at a festival, for example, there's something different about playing somewhere like that. It is kind of extra special for some reason.
It must be pretty mad as well when you walk up to the O2 and there's the huge sign saying "Welcome to the Wombats" at the O2. At festival, you could always tell yourself, "Oh, maybe they're not here for us," but here it's like, no, they are literally all here to see us.
Yeah, it's mad. Can't wait.
Yeah, very clear that it's like the big one. I guess like being, at this stage of your career, I guess, as well, and like these venues getting bigger and bigger, is that still quite a surreal thing for you guys as well? Like looking around you, is it? I don't want to say, is it like you thought, oh, we wouldn't be at this point, or you thought maybe we weren't going to get to this point, but like, is it like? How has this happened? Is that kind of how you're thinking? Or
I think we've always had that every step of the way. Kind of, whether it was the first time we played to like a sold out 300 capacity room, it was like, oh my God, because we literally went from 3 people, and it took years. We've just been going and going, and so there's definitely always that sense of like, is this really happening? Like, okay, just go with it. Just go with it
until someone tells you no.
But again, as soon as we get on stage, it's like, it really is, whether you play to 10 people or how, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of, you're just there to smash it and have a great time and hope that everyone else does as well. And it's and you just hope that it lasts. You just want it to keep going, and every album you put out, you're like, oh, how's this one going to go? And then when when you see people dancing and singing along to like new songs as well, it's that kind of, okay, cool.
Yeah. It's like they're not. It's like it's good to see everyone, but at least stay up to date and stay coming, please.
Exactly,
like enjoy it.
You did that Moon to New York song, didn't you? Yeah.
You're like, I'll be honest, yes, we did, but
you're still going.
Yeah. Is that how you're going to walk out today at the O2? Just like, we are still going. Yeah. Look around, everyone. It's happening.
Yeah, we should do.
Putting out the new album as well. Like, what was that? I guess, how does it feel? Like, how do you keep yourself quite, I guess, creatively, I don't know, looking forward, like in that regard? Like you say, you're playing these big shows. Yeah, that's it. Where does it, what's it falling from? Like, what was that like? I guess putting that new album out, I guess seeing the reaction as well was quite brilliant to see. I guess people will see everything that it's done.
Yeah, massively. I mean, there's always that it's not even pressure anymore, I don't think, because like I think we felt a lot of pressure like album 2 and even 3 maybe a bit, because you're like, oh, you're just finding your feet always. And like the first album, it's like this lots of years of of songs coming together to make the first album, and then it's like, right, okay, but to be honest, we all love making music so much, and we have like various side projects and stuff that we do that kind of, because there's lots of music coming out all the time, when we get together, we never really find it very hard to like make music. It kind of, we try and push ourselves as much as we can, and that's the main thing, that we just stay as like excited and and we enjoy the process as much as possible, which we still do. So it's not, I mean, we kind of push ourselves, so sometimes it can be frustrating if you don't feel like you're, something's not quite right, and you get really anal on these tiny little details, and it's like, oh, how can we make this groove more, or how can we make this like melody better, or all that side of songwriting and recording. But usually it's just playtime. You just go in and like, oh, what does this do? Oh, this sounds cool. Just press record. Let's see what happens. It's very much like intuitive and instinctive, and just keep the fun element to it.
Yeah, I guess
when
the
we're in
live.
the
Yeah,
studio.
I guess the live show as well play a part in that, in terms of like it kind of, you're kind of always thinking like, right, we're going to be going out and playing these to like huge crowds at festivals and bigger rooms. Like, does that kind of play a part as well in kind of your thinking?
I suppose occasionally, you know, we might. I remember when we were doing like Ready for the High, and we like started with the riff, and as soon as we started like listening back to it, it was like, oh yeah, this could go off into a you know, you have those little moments where you do kind of picture maybe how the crowd would be.
Yeah.
And like End of Method to the Madness, it was like, oh yes, you know, where can we take this? Because after, you know, so you sometimes have it a tiny bit in your head, but in general, it's more just like you feel, you know, it's like a jigsaw, and then you're like, oh, where could the song go now? And you just hear you know, you start working on stuff, and in general, you're not really thinking about gigs at that point, because when we don't tend to write much on the road, you know, so I think maybe if we were on the road a lot writing, we probably would have more of that in mind, because you're in
the middle of it. Yeah,
and we have done jams in soundcheck before, but in general, we tend to be like out of touring mode, so it's very much just like, right, how do we make this as good as possible, and then we'll think about live later.
You'll be like, this is really good. Oh shit! Yeah, how are we going to play this one?
Some songs that we've done a few of the ones we haven't played for ages, and whether they're like really fast or some of the falsetto, like backing vocals are so high, it's like, what were we thinking? They're like going,
yeah. Then the voice is gone. Yeah, I was about to say, please don't blow your voice right now.
Yeah.
Like, we are hours from the gig when people are listening to this. Do not do it.
I don't think anyone wants to hear me do that.
Yeah. But nice. But I guess, and it all kind of comes together in a night like this as well. You get to like celebrate, and like, I guess, you join the ridiculous like amount of names who've played this kind of like arena, and also arenas around the UK as well.
Yeah.
Like, it must just be like, I don't know, like, is it a kind of like pinch yourself moment still? Do you
massively.
still get that?
Yeah, huge. It's very surreal. Like walking around the corridors here, I don't know if you've had a little look around, and there's just like
artwork,
you know, Celine Dion, Beyonce, Elton John. It's like everyone anyone has played here over the years, haven't they?
I do enjoy the names as well, that you're like, they used to be able to fill the O2. Like, there's a real mix of stuff. Like, there was a couple from that I literally sounded, I don't think I know who that is. And they're selling out the O2, you know, alongside the Beyonce.
And you're like, okay, you did like 10 nights here.
Yeah. That's the thing, isn't it? It's like, you know, equal billing, even though some of them were here for about 3 months selling out.
Literally, you know? But yeah, no, of course, it's the same, but it's actually the same in like, you know, play the Crocodile in Seattle and see that Nirvana played there, and that's a 300 capacity little like punk rock venue. That's just as kind of pinch yourself for me as this almost, you know, really, because some rooms do just have that like sense of history and like occasion, you know, which. It's not about how many people come through the door. It's like something else that and you really can, like, I don't know whether it's because we imagine it in our own heads, but it feels like it's there, you know. But then the brain's a powerful thing, so
as we'll find out later, when you're just like, oh my god, what's going on?
Exactly.
Exactly.
We'll find that the brain is very much linked to the bottom.
First song, keep an eye out, everyone. We're gonna take this time to play a track off of the latest album. So this is If You Ever Leave, I'm Coming With You.
And if you ever leave, I'm coming with you. Stuck to the gum that's stuck on your shoe. If you ever leave, I'm coming with you. I'm forever locking myself in the glass of your rearview, trying to make friends with the friends you're close to. If you ever leave, I'm coming with you. Am I losing you in the dark, baby? Am I losing you in the dark?
And there it was. As you can imagine, we blared it out of the O2 speakers, actually. Didn't go down well with certain people who are still working on other elements of the arena, but it's fine. It's fine. It's now come time in this show where we play a bit of a game, because we think, you know, this is how to get to know every single person who's on this show deeply.
Plus, you did so well at Reading when we spoke to you. We thought, you know, have another go.
Yeah.
I seem to recall a very long anecdote about sandals that I enjoyed immensely. So I'm hoping we get a similar level.
Let's try and keep my tangents to a minimum.
Well, I don't know. So yeah, this is obviously the All the Hits show. So what we're going to do is give you a couple of choices, and you have to make some tough decisions about what makes the cut and what doesn't. So we're going to give you a couple of choices, and you can let us know which one of those is the bigger hit, which one you want to keep, and which one you're going to ditch forever.
Which song?
No, which... No, not as easy as songs, I'm afraid. Abstract concepts.
Oh, right, okay.
Professions.
So I have to pick one that I think I'm going to keep that, but get rid of that.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I made it sound more complicated than it was. But yeah,
right.
It's actually the same game you played at Reading, just with a different name.
Okay.
Pretty much. So yeah, to kick us off, which do you think is the bigger hit out of clowns or mimes?
Ooh, mimes.
Why?
Because my fiance went to a drama school, and I went and she had a mime coach, and I went to see some of the things, and it was absolutely amazing. And I love I suppose clowns and mimes, they're kind of very close to each other in a way sometimes, but I don't know, when it's done properly, it can be very emotional, and they can paint a picture of what's going on really weirdly clearly just by miming something, and it becomes very expressive, and there's a story behind these simple actions. And I always love it when humans manage to make that convey something in a strange way. And so mimes,
because I'm thinking
clowns are scary as well.
I feel like the mimes are the more artistically acclaimed out of the two. The clowns, I feel like the clowns are like fast food. That's what I find. It's quick.
We might have a large clown audience who you are alienating right now. Any clowns out there, I respect you and your art. And this is only the opinion of our guest.
Yeah. And also, I love clowns as well. But
obviously, of course. Shout out all the
If there are any psycho clowns out there, I love you so much. And I do not live in London.
Yeah. Just out of the two, there's more to the mimes. I think it's a fair pick. We'll keep the mimes then. How do you feel about so it's all you can eat buffets or a Sunday roast?
Keep a Sunday roast. Yeah.
Is it the emotional connection, the feeling, or is the buffets hit and miss? Because they can be.
Buffets are hit and miss, aren't they? And I feel like the buffets were maybe more of in my student days, they were definitely a £5 all you can eat. Awesome. I'm gonna walk out of here.
Was that what you were doing?
Waddle. No, just roast for us. My dad was always very right. Roast on a Sunday.
Yes,
traditional. And so even now, me and my brother and sister, I don't think we could probably do a Sunday without actually having a roast of some description. And it's just a nice occasion, isn't it, to all get together and chat
you don't really go let's go meet down the buffet and have a nice wholesome family chat. It's not
the traditional Sunday buffet.
Look, maybe that's it. Maybe if the buffet had the Sunday roast included.
I mean, you've got the kind of Toby Carvery scenario, which is, the meat isn't buffet style, but you can have as much of anything else as you want, except Yorkshire puddings, which are just batter. Why is there a limit on them? Surely they're the cheapest thing.
Is there a limit on them?
Yeah, there is. Yeah. Which I think is just cruel.
Yeah, that is so sly because they're proper sound, aren't they?
But also they're cheap and they're great. So why would they not want us to have more of them?
Also,
I don't want to get deep into this. This is an hour-long YouTube.
Are you someone who would have Yorkshire puddings with chicken or with anything? Because in our family it was only with beef.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can't have Yorkshire pudding. There was no Yorkshire puddings with anything else.
Well, I don't eat beef, and I need to eat Yorkshire puddings. So.
Yeah, but nut roast.
Yeah,
you can do. Yeah, I've made some mean nut roasts.
When we went to Rockaway Beach at Butlins, they had a buffet, and I maybe slightly drunkenly invented what I thought was an incredible meal. Which gave me horrible heartburn, which was a sandwich with special fried rice in the middle and Yorkshire puddings as the bread. And it was incredibly greasy. And to this day, I'm not sure what part of it was exuding the grease.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it in person. It was a lot to deal with.
It's impressive.
It was a lot.
I would recommend. Yeah, I'm trying to get my head around that.
Quite a big Yorkshire pudding as well. It wasn't like it was little small fellas. It was
a real deep
ones. decent size one whacked in. So think of it like a calzone. You're just chopping into it.
Of fried rice.
Yeah, fried rice.
Like a pasty.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's like the cronut.
Yeah.
You know,
that's what I thought I was
your
making.
version of
That's
a
what I thought I was
cronut,
making. And then when I ate it, I was like, no, I don't think I could sell these commercially. But for a second, I was like, this is it. This is my route to riches. So we're keeping the roast.
Yeah, we're keeping the roast.
Okay, a difficult one now, I think. Feet or hands?
You can't ask a drummer that question. I can't.
I'm afraid feet or hands have to go. This is a hypothetical.
Yeah, no. Okay.
You can leave here with both feet and hands.
Okay.
This isn't like we're going to get to the end of it.
This is
and be
going to
like,
ruin
right,
the O2.
Yeah.
O2 gig. Okay. Oh my God. I'd probably have to get rid of my feet. As much as it would kill me, like I'd hate to not be able to like properly wander around, but I couldn't not be able to play the piano or the guitar or, you know, that's too important a part in my life. So yeah, goodbye feet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why my reaction there. Just so no one knows. I just kind of held my hand up to my mouth, like in shock, and I was like, "It's not going to happen."
Goodbye.
I don't know why.
Sweet hands.
I just kind of like that. I was like, "Why are we doing that?" I was like, "We made the game. We're going to make him do this." Falling apart, but yes, fair do. I think like on counterbalance. It makes sense. It makes sense. Let me talk to you about toilets or showers. One has to go. One stays.
Keep the shower because you can go to the toilet in the shower. You can't use the toilet water to wash your hair.
Do you know what? I mean, do you know what? That's it. Yeah, that's ours. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Jake, next one.
No, I think that's fair. Keith Richards or Mick Jagger? This is really just an excuse for me to marvel at the fact that none of the Rolling Stones have gone bald yet. You ever noticed that?
Yeah.
Think about that. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Statistically, one of them should be bald.
That is, it's impressive. I think they're from another planet or something as well.
They must be.
Like, keep Mick Richards.
You found a loophole.
Yeah.
Merge them.
Yeah.
Amalgamate.
No, keep Mick Jagger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Plus, more hair, I think, if we're going by the hair. Keith Richards always has a bandana on. You don't know what's under there.
Yeah.
But some hair, at least.
Yeah, I think he might be going bald, maybe. I don't know. Keith, if you're listening, just give us a shout.
Sure he is.
Yeah, he listens every single week. So
You'd definitely be listening. But no, I don't think he's not going bald.
no, he's got like a look, hasn't he? Which I respect. Yeah, the bandana look is something that only very few people can pull off, and
Pretty much just him and Pirates.
yeah,
No, and Steve Van Zandt.
and Steve Van Zandt.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah.
Exclusive club.
Their meetups are amazing.
Yeah.
Next one here for you. Cold takeaway pizza or cold takeaway Chinese?
Or cold takeaway Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know lots of people are massive fans of the cold pizza.
Yeah.
But personally, like, not for me. Like,
No?
I can eat them, but you know, when the cheese goes like cold and hard.
It's one unit as
Yeah,
well.
I know you can put it in the microwave and stuff, but it's it's sort of done its thing for me. By that point, I'm like, nah, I'm not interested.
It's
And I
gone.
I'm not a massive fan of, like, I don't want to get into my dairy issues, but like, you know, in general, like.
But the cheese element is getting it's not helping. That's all we're going to say.
Veering towards this topic, actually.
Yeah.
It's the second time we've discussed
Honestly,
this.
yeah. I mean, when
Gone to the digestive issues.
the digestive tract of the wombats.
This is what the Dork podcast is all about. We need to know.
You should get a doctor on here next time. Got a lot of questions.
Yeah. Come gather around to a round table.
No, yeah.
But
the
yeah.
Chinese, no, I love that the next day, like heating up the rice. And to be honest, even if I make like a stir fry at home and I'll put some in the fridge or whatever, next morning, just like crack an egg on it, you know, fry it and then put the fried egg on top.
Ooh.
It's such a nice breakfast.
That's a great shout, to be
Yeah.
fair.
It really is good.
Just saying. Start a cookbook. This is it. Ready to go.
That would be it. One
Yeah.
page.
Right. It's a solid one. It's a solid one there. But yeah, fair winner for the Chinese. I think we've got two more.
So yeah, another tough one, I think. You may think differently. Windows or doors? As we sit in this windowless room,
Yeah.
this is what the world would be like if you remove windows.
Exactly. There is a door, and where does it go? But then the thing is, though, you would go out the door and not be able to see outside ever
Exactly.
until you found a door to the outside.
Every door would be a mystery.
So hang on, would you have to climb out the window?
I guess so. Yeah.
Keep windows.
Yeah?
Yeah. Keep windows and just climb out the window.
I guess the alternative would be like instead of windows, you could just have loads of like where you would have a window, you just have a patio door that leads nowhere. If you kept doors.
Yeah, true.
Dangerous, but negates the issue.
I feel like it'd be more fun if you just had to climb out of windows all the time. Because like, let's suggest that other people could see doors, but you've said goodbye to doors, so you can't see them. So you're climbing out of windows all the time, looking a little bit sort of sneaky,
Hard
and
to
like people are always, and then they hear my accent as well, and it's like,
hard to explain. What's happening? Oh, well, I was given the choice by a podcast host on whether I give up doors or windows, so I can't see doors anymore.
Yeah.
I hope that clears everything up. Please stop. Please stop. Stop calling the police.
Yeah.
I've explained.
Yeah. And then the police turn and be like, so what the thing is basically like
I was just explaining.
The detail there was really quite incredible to watch, to be honest with you. But yeah, a very clear one. A very clear choice there. It's understandable. We've got one more now. This one's it's quite a nice one. It's just the laughter. How do you feel? So it's a hug. It's a lovely hug. Or being tucked into bed at night. You've got to get rid of one of them. You'll never know the feeling of one of them ever again when you get rid of them.
I'll get rid of being tucked into bed and I'll keep the hug.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. I think the hug's a more all-rounder.
Right.
You know, getting tucked into bed's quite a specific moment that I haven't been tucked into bed since I was a kid, probably. So, and I know I did enjoy that at the time. So if that memory had been erased from my mind, what would the sort of psychological impact of that be on me as an adult? Who knows? But at the same time, I'm going to take that chance because I think the hugs will have happened much more frequently. And maybe the hug would replace the tucking in.
Plus, I imagine if some people tucking you into bed would be quite traumatic.
Well, yeah.
Like when you hug someone that you've just met, you'd be like, oh, nice to meet you. Like if that was replaced with them, nice to meet you, and they just pull out.
Well, no, if you would constantly just have a bed, tugging around
nice
on a little trailer.
You do me first, and then I'll tuck you into bed.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess and how do you feel like, for example, your bandmates would have to tuck you into bed? Like, how would that, do you think that would change the relationship that you?
Well, it'd be very weird actually, because before we go on stage, we do a group hug.
Right.
So we do a group tucking in,
and then you have to get out,
and then we'd have to get out. But then would we be wheeled on stage in our perfectly tucked in bed,
and perform just in the bed?
But also, I really like. I have a little. I'm sure lots of people have this, but when you get into a hotel bed and they've tucked in the sheets and stuff
mega
so
tight,
much
mega
that
tight,
you get in, that really freaks me out. Like I get a kind of claustrophobic. I'm like, I have to go around and rip them all out. Because if you get into bed and make the mistake of doing that, then you've got to use your legs to try and do it, and it's like,
it's a workout. It feels like you're enclosed.
I'm in a cocoon.
It feels like you've been absolutely suckered in, basically. Yeah.
So,
God.
Goodbye tucking in.
Yeah, for that reason alone. Yeah. To be honest with you, hotels.
And I love a good. Hugs are great.
Hugs are great. The real way to look forward to the Wombats at the O2 Arena.
Yes.
A night full of hugs, we're sure.
Yeah.
With no bed tuckings.
No bed tuckings.
That we know.
We don't know what the production's like yet, so maybe. Maybe. Keep an eye out. Second to last song.
No spoilers.
No spoilers here. Dan, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy the set in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
And of course, come back anytime soon. You're pretty much part of the furniture now.
Will do. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. We're going to listen to Kill the Director by the Wombats because it's a hit and it's all the hits. And here it is.
Carrots help us see much better in the dark. Don't talk to girls, they'll break your heart. And this is my head and this is my spout. But they work together, they can't figure anything out. So with the angst of a teenage band, here's another song about a gender I'll never understand. Here's another song about a gender I'll never understand. This is a rom-com, kill a director. This is a rom-com, kill a director. This is a rom-com, kill a director, please.
Unfortunately, Dan took that quite literally and has left to go kill the director.
It's really awkward.
Great song, though. We've been kicked out of the O2.
We've been kicked out of the O2.
Yeah.
The show's going to be happening soon, so we're going to try and wrangle our way back in.
But
they
we're not there
said
anymore.
get out. We were trying to steal the giant placard that was commemorating Ollie Murs' first headline appearances at the venue.
I was hoping for the Strictly Live T-shirt.
We thought it was like a pick and mix thing. We thought it was like...
Well, they had so many.
session.
It felt like...
Yeah,
I feel like as well, a lot of that
Come
stuff
on.
would be the centerpiece of my home, but they just have it in a corridor
Yeah,
backstage.
like, okay, look, maybe you can keep Celine Dion. You can keep Prince. You can keep some of the big uns. We just want some of the fellas.
I'll literally take anyone.
Not who's played the O2 that you'd take?
Anyone.
Would you have
I'd take Crazy Horse without Neil Young.
Bon Jovi?
Well, with pleasure, yeah.
Trying to think of shows I've been to at the O2 now.
Bon Jovi was one of them.
I went to, yeah.
How was it?
It was really, really good, yeah.
You know,
It's with mate.
he's so old now, they
Yeah.
should call him Gone Bon Jovi.
I hate that. It was when the guitarist was doing the whole wow 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 wow
So, all the time.
wow 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 wow.
I think that's the most iconic bit of that song. Wow.
Yeah, I know. No, because you got they use the wow wows twice. So they use it on "It's My Life"
Yeah,
and also obviously on "Living on a Prayer."
yeah. The two iconic songs.
Yeah, the two iconic songs.
It's my life. It's now or never. Wow, wow.
Yeah, wow, wow. Yeah.
I wanna live forever.
So after this show, we're going to go back and try and steal it.
It's my life.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah,
We got carried away. Yeah.
I'm a full
Great-
setter. I don't know
Great
if
to be
you
at the O2 though. We're trying to nestle ourselves into the All Bar One located nearby as we speak. So if
Come
you
up
hear
for
some,
autographs.
if you hear some banging,
If you're
it's
listening
because
to
of that.
this before it comes out, come up for an autograph. We'll be there.
Do it. Yeah, it's hot here. It's really hot outside.
It is, yes.
Like, yeah, turtleneck is really
as
bad
hot
idea.
as the hot new music we're about to listen to.
Oh, never.
The sweaty
Never.
tracks.
It can never be beaten. Let's go on to some more new music from the past couple of weeks now. I always remember that fact that we do it like a fortnightly show.
Mm.
We're like, oh Jesus.
I was thinking, what's you know that fella with the big ears that's got a pet dog?
What?
You know,
What are you talking?
big ears, really enjoys cheese. Got a pet dog.
You're thinking about Wallice.
I am.
from Wallace
What's
and
Wallace
Gromit.
up to these days?
Unfortunately, not related, but
Oh,
let me
sorry.
talk to you about the first new track, which is Wallice, who's dropped a brand new track called "90s American Superstar." Yes,
Me.
huge. Wallice has been on like a real run of just like
Making songs.
big songs. Obviously, just recently signed to Dirty Hit. Just really, I think she's one of the most exciting new artists going right now.
Well, that's
I think
good.
it's really fun, and I think everything she does is like bold, and it feels like she's getting more and more confident in her voice. Like, I mean, the stuff we listened to like last year, when she's putting out kind of like the kind of like those early kind of like tracks, were like, oh, there's really something here, but she's kind of like bolstered it, tried to go for even bigger stuff, and yeah, I really love this. This feels like just like she's on such a like quick run. I think the last track came out only like a few weeks ago, but this is like big. This could be like her biggest song
Big,
yet.
dirty, stinking bass.
I don't think so, especially not when Dizzy Rascal's involved.
Oh, God, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
now.
Apologies, everyone.
Wallice, yeah, really, really great. Love this song. She's going to be playing the Lexington, I think, in May, and doing the Great Escape as well. So just go down.
What a world.
Yeah, and the EP is also called the same title, so that way you can like remember it that it's coming, and then you should listen to it.
Works for me.
But yeah, this is amazing. Wallice has said that it's about a fictional relationship in which my partner is showing very LA dating a music type.
Sounds good to me.
Following up from Hey Michael, which was the song I was trying to think of that was really, really great. This is big chorus, breakup song, diss track, all in one. This is 90s American Superstar.
pulled one of my eyebrow hairs out during that song.
Got that much?
Yeah.
Got that intense? You were like, fucking...
Not on purpose, just happened.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Let me talk to you about courting.
Yes. Courting. Friends of the show.
Friends of the show, friends of the magazine,
Yes.
friends in our hearts.
Yes, always.
Sean from Courting replies to all of my Instagram stories about cats saying nice. So
I like about that. Doesn't need to say anything else.
no,
Just like
nice.
nice.
Or occasionally like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bit of that.
Yeah.
Bit of that. Yeah.
They've signed to PIAS.
Oh, pious. Pious.
Yeah. And to celebrate, they've released their new single, which is called Tennis. And is, of course, a song about a pay pig.
What? A pay pig?
Yes.
Right.
So it's sort of a two-way relationship.
Right.
Bounded by multiple things, as they explain: cricket, bodybuilding, and money. A story as old as time.
Yeah, that's kind of my life as well, is all of those.
Yeah.
Especially the bodybuilding part.
So yeah, I think really it's one of those where I think to explain it would be a disservice to the insanity of this song. I love it. I really, really enjoy Courting's new narrative arc of being just incredibly unhinged.
Yeah. Just enjoying it.
Plus, genuinely very good song, and
Great song.
Real departure from what they've done before, but also I think way more interesting than just like another indie band doing indie stuff.
Yeah,
A lot of electronic stuff in here.
Yeah.
A lot of pay pig narrative.
Of course, which is what we've been waiting for.
It is, yeah.
I really like that they're they have personality and character.
Yes.
You know, it's not just another nameless, faceless band, and I think that's what we've kind of been drawn to since the beginning. Is they've got, they enjoy every kind of element of this kind of like game, if you will, and they can put it together into great songs.
I'd be your pay pig, bank account, double glazed in the summer house.
Would you?
A wristwatch kickback, luxury furnishing. Did we all take it a bit too far? You said you liked me in cricket once, but what would your dad think? Brackets, tell me. Would you find me attractive if I had smaller muscles? That's just one verse in the track we're about to play. Tennis. Pretty Courting.
I'm not some piggy bank. You can't just piggyback off me. There's trade involved. I was paying you to love me. Yeah, I was paying you, and I'm in great shape, and the grass is always greener in the country house. I've got a celebratory blue wig with stripes down the side. You're a night in the Holiday Inn. I'm a breakfast bar, unusual, toasting conveyor belt. This is not your name, you don't own it, and we cannot share it anymore. I'm growing up so much since June.
A great track, a good band, good people, great times. Yay.
Yes.
I've got another track for you now. This is the return of Gently Tender, who I guess a few years ago, before the pandemic now it would have been, kind of
Pre-demic.
kind of came together. For people who don't know, I guess it's a mixture of people who band members who used to be in Palmer Violets, and also Celia from the Big Moon is also there. So a nice
and Rod Stewart.
yeah,
the
secret
thread,
member.
The message running through the stick of rock that is this show.
Yes, that's the one. They kind of put out like a range of tracks, some really, really nice stuff. Like I really enjoyed it. There was a clear departure from everything like Palmer Violets had done before. And you had like Sam, obviously from the band, who I chatted to around the time, obviously, when those kind of like first tracks
We've all
came
done
out.
Stuff. I actually chatted to one of the Wombats earlier, and they're about to headline the O2. So. Wow. No need for that.
But no, they were really obviously like massively I don't know, just making really, really interesting stuff. And then obviously the pandemic happened, and like I guess a lot of bands were kind of stopped in their tracks. And I don't know, there was a time I was wondering, will they come back?
In a real
will do stuff?
rom-com style.
Delighted to say they have. And this new track called Dead is Dead. Strong. It's a positive mantra on the subject of death.
Oh.
Which is what we need, to be honest with you.
I would say so, yeah.
They're going to be supporting the Big Moon on tour.
Wow, double duty
So
there.
Celia, going to be really...
Do you think she'll just stay on stage?
whilst everyone else
Sitting there for 20 minutes.
whilst everyone else works around. Just like, just get it wrapped up, just get it going. I really like this track. It has this, I don't know, this kind of like
Je ne sais
rugged, sort of like scrappy nature a little bit, but then also it's just built with this like wall of sound. It works
Built.
really nicely. It's built. It's just a really wonderful track, and it's a band who just feel like they've got just really talented musicians.
And they're built.
They're built. This track is built. This track is the sort of track that you could put in a fire and it would keep you warm for many, many, many years.
Nice.
To have a listen. This is Dead is Dead by Gently Tender.
And now, a new one from friends of the show, Porridge Radio.
Hey.
They have released the second track, I think, of their new album.
Yeah.
It's called The Rip. I think they played it live when we saw them at Rockaway Beach, and we were very impressed with it. So I'm glad it is finally out in the wild.
I thought you were going to go into wild.
Into wild. We loved the first album, obviously Mercury nominated, very high quality album. This still feels like a step up for me. This track is so good. And so uniquely them, I really enjoyed the first one that came out of this album, but this one is now, I'm like, okay, we're ramping up.
Yeah.
We're going for it.
Yeah, I feel like we had a little glimpse of maybe how good this second, this well, not even their second album, but I guess the follow up to their kind of breakthrough album was going to be when we saw them at Rockaway Beach, because it was just that performance blew me away about how good they are as a band, and you're stepping up.
Well,
here.
I think we felt when we looked at the lineup that it was an ambitious one to have them headlining a day, and they just completely nailed it, even with a 10-minute break when
the guitar snaps.
guitar.
Yeah. Oh,
so this song apparently took the longest a song has ever taken them to write. At the beginning, it was a song about power dynamic where I was in control. By the end, it was about one when I had none. I wanted it to feel like your soul is dropping out of your body.
Oh, I'll tell you what,
I've had like that.
I've had mornings like that. No, in all seriousness, that's brilliant. Yeah, great song.
Great. Here is The Rip by Porridge Radio.
The top of my lungs, the top of my voice. You're all that I want. You're all that I want. I pulled it apart, sick of the seams. Hot day in August. You're all that I need. The back of my head, the back of my hands. I threw it away before it went bad.
What a band.
What a band, what a band, what a mighty, mighty band.
What a mighty band. Big fan. Go have a listen to all those tracks now. If you head to the Door website, we have a playlist called The Cut.
We
You
do.
can listen to loads.
The Rip on the Cut.
You can listen to those 4 tracks and more, because we have more time there, because we don't have that time on this show. We keep it to 4. Play the
Okay.
game.
It's true.
Should we get onto our album?
Yes.
Shall we? Bunch of albums obviously coming out, but it feels like we
Can't ignore it.
We can't ignore, and we have to talk about.
As we record this, just announced number 1.
Oh, is it number 1?
One album.
Hey!
It's, of course, the debut by Wet Leg, titled Wet Leg.
Famously. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, it feels like we have to talk about this album, so we are talking about it now.
We are. That's true.
A lot of pressure.
Look how far around my head I can get my arm.
Oh my Jesus, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Not as weird as it is to think about how young this band are in their life cycle and how incredibly good this album is.
Crazy. I mean, if you think this time last year we didn't know who Wet Leg were,
We didn't.
Did
It was
we?
June, I believe.
Yeah, it was just before like Latitude and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We'd never heard of this band before, and in the space of obviously a few months, they've kind of arrived and just gone straight for it and delivered an album which I think a lot of pressure, especially after Chaise Longue came out. And
Well, I think as well, because
everything.
each of those, like, you know, the single was like so good. They were like, oh, the second one won't be as good.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, they can't keep it up.
They can't
And they
keep it
did. And then the album came out. I think there are a lot of people who, because of all the hype and like hearing about them all the time, them being everywhere, there's people out there who are just like, you know, oh, it won't be that good. And like, yeah, completely prove them wrong.
Yeah, amazing. They are. I just think it's such a. It's a great album which can be humorous at times, can be. It's like it's quite serious at times, but also with this just measured control that's always there. It's just
Very fully formed. And also, a lot of the songs on it don't conform to that sort of deadpan spoken word stuff that a lot of singles had. So it is a lot more varied an album than I think a lot of debuts are. You know, a lot of debuts is like a lot of the same, and then at the end one curveball. Whereas this is a real mixed bag, and they do it all so well.
Yeah, I think I was maybe not expecting, but I would have been happy with like having an album that was like, okay, it's the same sort of vibe as like some of the singles that have come before. They're all relatively, you know, in the same sort of ballpark, but there's some real curveballs in here, some real different like, you know, moves, and it just it's one as well that you don't feel like when you listen to it the first time you're like, oh, I need to go listen to it again, because there's definitely
it just
stuff that
grabs
I've
you
not
instantly
properly got into yet.
But should we listen to where it all began?
Right back to the beginning.
Right back to less than a year ago.
Less than a year ago. Yeah.
Chasey Longy.
Yes. Chasey Longy.
Chasey Longu.
Chaise Longue. Oh, wait,
to assign someone to worry your mother. Excuse me.
There it was.
Incredible scenes. This news obviously is breaking as we record.
Yes.
They not only got number one, but they actually outsold the rest of the top five combined.
Wow.
To get to number one. So
seems a bit excessive.
What are you saying? Come on, guys.
Yeah. Spread it out a bit.
You know what? I just think they are. This album. Like, I think it's such an exciting thing when a band come along and can just grab you and grab everyone so quickly. Like you say, they've got sold out shows all over the place coming up. And I also think it all feels quite, I don't know, like natural. It just all feels like this is just a great album. It's great fun. There's no...
Well, there were accusations of this sort of manufactured thing.
Yeah.
I just think, like, if you actually listen to it, it's just so obviously not true.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when a... You know, in the rare times that actually has something that's just been forced into it doesn't sound like this. This is, you know, this is just so self-assured and so Rian and Hester in album form. It really does feel, and I just think like we were saying, like there's so much variety on this album and it's all done so well that it's actually almost quite jarring when like you're listening to it and then like Chaise Longue will come on, because like you've heard it so much, and then it fits into the album. But the first time you listen to the album, you're like, wow, this is great, and then that comes on, you're like, oh god, yeah, this is like the same band.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, that band who did that song.
Yeah,
I like I like, you know, when they kind of like do stuff like what was the song?
Great.
No, it's hold on.
Great.
Hold on.
Nice one, thanks, mate.
It's
well prepared.
It's a banger. Hold on.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say? They're all so good that they just meld into one. They're all so great.
Is it your mum?
No, Angelica.
Oh yeah.
I really like that. That song is really good.
You like it so much you couldn't remember the name when it said.
I'll just go like that one.
Yeah.
They like to have a track like that, and then you have stuff like Wet Dream.
Yeah,
which is like another kind of like flip on it. It's just such a carefree album, and that's not to say that there hasn't been a lot of energy and effort that's gone into it, but it just feels just like a band having a brilliant time on an absolute roll.
Also having a brilliant time and talking about times when, like, you know, there's moments in which is like, you know, at least we'll all die one day.
Yeah.
Like Angelica just at a party she doesn't want to be at.
Yeah.
That kind of mundane stuff that is just like, like, you know, existing. And to be able to turn that into such good songs.
Yeah.
You know, it's not some huge orchestral thing. And it's not
No.
like some abstract, like high art thing. It's literally just like, this is my life.
This is live. It's just a great band, and I don't know. It kind of just reminds me of like bands like when I was much younger than this. Of like just a band
like
who comes
Faces.
when I was growing up.
Yeah,
in the mines, and I could
Rod
listen.
Stewart was all you had to keep you going.
It just reminds you of those bands that would just come along, and you're like, oh, that's a brilliant band. I want to go to every show. I want to just be there. And I think that it's easy to get quite skeptical about bands and music in general, and I think this sort of band coming along and doing it so well and being so successful and being immediately
just
loved
completely in their
is
own
brilliant
lane as well.
Yeah.
Not coming up with the scene or anything, coming up during lockdown.
Yeah,
or from the
exactly.
Isle of Wight, it's not like they were in the right place, right time. It's like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, that's right.
Still smashed.
And it was literally sold on, here is a band, here is amazing songs.
Yeah.
And the result is brilliant. And yeah, it's a real great thing to see, and great to see it. They're number one as well.
You love to see it.
You love to see it. Should we ever listen to another track from now? There's so many to choose from.
Yes, my favourite new one, non-released before, is the first track. Actually,
Yeah.
Being in Love. So let's have a listen to that.
I tried to meditate, but I just medicate. Pour me another drink. Don't wanna have to think. I think I lost my shit. Some kind of fucked up trip. But I kinda like it 'cause it feels like being in love.
Wonderful stuff. Wet Leg, number one album.
Out now.
Congrats. And get to a show. Get to a festival set.
Get to a show before you have to go down to the O2. And we'll be there.
We're still here.
Yep.
We're still here.
We're the in-house entertainment now.
Do you think the O2, looking around this complex, it's such a wild place. Mamma Mia the party.
Mm-hmm.
Bit much.
Yes.
A lot of money as well.
Yep.
Up at the O2.
That's an odd one.
That's
Also, once you go up there, you're in a part of London where there isn't much to look at, and you're not.
It's not a
even-
great view. It's
you're
not a great
even
view.
as high up as some of the blocks of flats.
No.
The O2 is not a tall thing. It's a wide thing.
Yeah. It's the circumference.
Yeah.
That is the
Also,
size.
interestingly, we did the interview with Dan in dressing room 13.
Shout out dressing room 13.
In what world are there 13 acts at the O2 at the same time?
Unless every member of like a touring band would have their own separate dressing room.
Every member of the fucking London Philharmonic.
The house gospel choir.
There was a shower in the.
There was a shower. We checked that out. The tap was good, but you need to hold your hand underneath, so it's not that good for when you're trying to pour water.
No, as we may have found out.
So that's the issue with dressing room 13. Otherwise, at the O2, food places you'd recommend at the O2, Jake? Garfunkel's?
Got to be Garfunkel's.
Garfunkel's,
Got to be
legend.
Las Iguanas. Got to be Chiquitos.
Those are your top three there. Hard to dispute. Would want to just add in, of course, Frankie and Benny's, the classic Italiano.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just a second thing. So yeah, if you go down, go have a look. This is sponsored by the O2 Arena.
How quickly do you think all other places in the O2 would fold if a Wetherspoons opened there?
Oh, a lot. There's a new pub there which we're going to go to after this called the Observatory, which it's not Spoons. It looks like
it's
a spoon.
called the Observatory, like the Greenwich.
Because Greenwich, yeah.
The O2's over a mile away.
It's quite far
from
away.
The Observatory.
Yeah.
It's only Greenwich by name.
So your issue with
They
it?
should have called it the O2.
The North Peninsula.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Thank God for the Jubilee line.
Yeah. Seriously. Thank God.
So it's not a spoon, so it's not cheap, but it looks cheap.
Yeah, it looks
great.
It's a harvester. Oh no, the harvest is gone.
Yeah, the harvest is gone. Rest in peace. Maybe we could do a mournful tweets of the week to think about the dead harvester.
It's tweet of the week.
Shout out harvester.
Forevermore. Let's get to some tweets though.
We've talked a lot on this show about the NFTs, the NFTs.
I was about to say, where do they play?
You know, the odd
the digital things.
Yeah. That no one really understands, that no one wants, that everyone says is the future, but no one wants.
That's the future, apparently.
Sports team.
Yes.
I want to say friend of the show, but I'm not sure Alex Rice is our friend.
No.
No, I think Alex Rice is our Joker.
What do you
with
mean?
Batman.
What do you mean? Like the Joaquin Phoenix one? Or
Yes, yeah.
Right, okay.
No, the Jared Leto one.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, of course, friends of the show, friends of the magazine.
Much friends of the show.
A wonderful group.
Yes.
Who, for some reason,
Who we're going to see later.
That's true.
Who are going to be here at the O2 supporting the Wombats.
A band that attract fans who exclusively insult them. For some reason.
It's love.
It is, yeah.
It's love.
But they've tweeted, the label want us to do NFTs. I've told them I will not make myself an incel in the name of chart positioning.
I reckon NFT's going to come.
Yeah, I think. I think this is going to get. This tweet has been deleted. I also enjoy the fact that you would your band would make an NFT and suddenly people would get that vibe. You'd be going out, and you'd see someone attractive, you'd go over, you'd start talking to them, and they'd be like,
"Oh,
you've got an NFT, haven't you? I can tell. I'm not interested, thank you."
Real vibe here from you.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of NFT? I mean, if you think obviously last time to the chart battle that we had with Sports Team last time, I reckon there's a lot we could probably do with the NFTs. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So maybe think about that business-wise, guys. You want that number one.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying. We've got to make it do. What NFT would you? Is there an NFT that you would create? What?
No.
But no, if you had to create one, a picture of you, what picture would it be?
No.
Be you with Steve Lamack. That's what it would be.
Yeah, me and Lamo. Shout out.
Shout out.
Actually, no, I wouldn't want to share the money with him. It'd just be like my passport photo.
Imagine that's the NFT, just your passport photo.
Most expensive NFT ever sold.
Just your face.
Yeah, blown up huge. Yeah. Every time I'd get my passport out, I'd get arrested for fraud, for stealing someone's NFT.
Oh, it simply can't be you.
Yeah, well, no, that's an NFT. You're not allowed it. You don't own it.
Do you think? I'll tell you what sports team should do though. I've seen some bands have been doing NFTs where you get entry into shows for life.
Yeah,
seen
so
this?
it's like a ticket, but more complicated and bad for the environment.
Yeah. Anyway, take on the world. This is our entertainment by Sports Team. Good old sports team. We'll see you in a bit because
we've already seen them once today.
Yeah, we did. We saw them
past dressing room 13
and looked perplexed.
Made a lot of noises, and then moved on.
Yeah, good on them. Get some rest. They've just come from Leeds.
That's true.
They played that before, so good long time.
I believe Alex actually said we're just going to dump our stuff and then we'll be back, and never came back. And this is what made me think.
We were talking to Dan though. We were talking to
Dan.
But
he said he'd come back and he didn't.
Yeah, but maybe
that's exactly the kind of stunt the Joker would pull. What a prank.
Why so serious?
Exactly.
Tell you what is serious. This next tweet.
Oh yeah,
from Tate McRae.
Ah yes,
friend of the magazine, former Dork cover
Not
star.
a friend of the show yet.
Yet, Tate. You're more than welcome. We'd love to have you on. Tate has tweeted, I just had a salad and realised how much I hate salads.
Strong.
Are you a salad hater? I've gone into salads as I've aged.
I think salads are a weird one because a side salad, I enjoy with a meal.
Nice little thing.
A big salad, I actually think can be surprisingly pleasurable because it feels like you're sort of sifting for the good stuff. So you've got all the healthy stuff. And then you put in little bits of bacon or maybe a bit of chicken, a few croutons. So you're eating the shit stuff, which is good for you.
Yeah.
So that you can get to the stuff you like. You trick yourself into being healthy.
Like a bull pit of food. Yeah. That's great. I mean, it's
like how they put
a dog's game.
It's like how they put a dog's medicine in cheese.
That's what you think a
dog
salad
eats
is.
the cheese.
Yeah.
But it's the other way around.
Right.
The medicine is around the cheese, and I have to get to the cheese.
So would you have like, if you went to like a restaurant or something, would you have like a salad as a main? Do you think you would ever? Is that a thing you do?
There's not enough carbs in it. Maybe for lunch, but dinner. It's not that I wouldn't enjoy it. I'd just be worried that half an hour later I'd be hungry again.
Hungry again. You'd be ordering some other.
And also,
nonsense.
ordering a salad at a restaurant is a really dodgy business because it can be a huge hearty salad.
Yeah.
Like that's actually one of the reasons I think that both burgers and pizzas do well.
Right.
Because pizzas tell you exactly how big they are on the menu.
It's true.
And burgers are all burger sized.
Yeah, burger.
Whereas like things like spaghetti, things in varying portion sizes, people just get scared.
So the salad, you'd have it, but you'd be worried if it's.
What if it turns up and it's like a side dish?
Yeah.
And I paid £12 for it.
That's the problem as well,
Yeah.
the price. That's
I
it.
agree.
Because if I'm paying like a tenner for like a burger and chips, and I'm
Fine,
paying a
yeah.
tenner for a salad, I feel a bit. I've been done in.
Yeah.
I've been ripped here. Is there any particular salad that you enjoy most? There is a pizza place near me that does a. They call it the Supreme salad.
Oh yeah.
Lots of like pickled stuff in there. Big fan of it.
Coleslaw is technically a salad.
Yeah, I guess so.
I enjoy that. I like a rice salad as a meal that you can make at home. So you make the rice and then you put the good shit in it, like some tomatoes, a couple of prawns, maybe something like that. That's nice. I like a vinaigrette with a salad. Really big fan of that.
Why?
I don't know. Just does something for me.
I don't know.
And you can't really put vinaigrette on anything else.
No.
So I forget it exists, and then you get
Until
salad,
then.
and they've got the weird. Why is it like sort of grey?
I don't know.
Vinaigrette.
Yeah, that's my problem. It's like
Yeah.
translucent.
Yeah.
It looks like.
And then I put it on, and I'm like, "This is the good shit." Don't even know what's in it.
Can I-
Vinegar, presumably.
Can I ask about salad cream?
Hate it.
I've never been into salad cream, but why was it a thing? Why is it a thing?
I believe it was a cheaper alternative to mayonnaise during the war,
Right.
something like that. But we're not in the war.
We're not in the war anymore. Exactly. Shout out, those in the war.
Shout
we're-
out,
but we're
the
not.
war boys.
But we're not in the war anymore. So we need salad cream. That would be
No.
my big contention. I'm personally not a fan. I think that's
Yeah.
actually the worst. I mean, that's the worst condiment that I can think of.
Introduced in 1914. So yeah,
In the war.
You know what salad cream's made of?
I don't want to know.
Well,
What is it?
let's play this Tate McRae song, and I'll tell you what it's on.
Okay, this is Chaotic.
Yeah.
Tate McRae.
Maybe I'm just blowing all this shit up in my head, but I can help it. No, I can help it. Fooling myself thinking that I'll never love again. Goddamn, I felt it. I really felt it. Maybe I'm just blowing all this shit up in my head, but I can help it. No, I can help it. Spending too much time on things I know that I'll forget, but damn, I felt it.
They separate the whale semen from we're back.
Sorry. Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah. If you check the packaging on salad cream, that's all I'm going to say. We can't go over it again. We were just having a
you know what the equivalent in North America is in the United
salad
States?
cream?
Yeah,
what's that?
Miracle Whip.
Oh, get out! Miracle Whip.
Yeah,
That sounds that's dodgy.
DIY with.
Yeah, Miracle Whip.
Honestly.
That's
Anyway, that is all we've got time for. 'cause
Yeah,
we have to
we
head
have to
back
we've got,
to the O2.
we've got stuff going on at the
see some
O2,
bands.
so we're going to see some bands. It will be good though. You can read the. I'll be reviewing it apparently.
Oh,
so
that won't be good because you can't write.
I can't write. I'm awful. I
Yeah.
can barely speak. There were some great photos though.
Courtesy of Frank.
Exactly. Go have a check. We go back to the O2, but yeah, unfortunately, this brings us to a close.
You got
Another
any
action
predictions for the next 2 weeks?
I reckon that now the sun's coming out, I reckon it's going to take about 6 days before we know the song of the summer.
Okay.
It's going to be people with taps off in the park.
Yep.
The tinnies are out. The good times are here.
They are.
You all want to be gathering with your friends in the, and sitting on grass and shit like that. And the song of the summer is going to be Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
I think.
Yep.
Now the sun's come out.
Yes.
We're going to know the song of the summer within about 6 days. There's going to be people going around, there's going to be tops off, in the park. And I think it's going to be It's My Life by Bon Jovi.
2 predictions. Only one can be right.
It's true. But yeah, that is the end of the show. That's all we've got time for. Join us in a couple of weeks where we will be doing it all over again.
Yeah, there'll be stuff going on. There'll be some special guests.
So yeah, thank you for listening. And remember, guys, always wear sun cream, even when it's cloudy, because the UV, still goes through.